So did you do some thinking while you were cooking?
Yeah, I did.
And, come up with anything that you want to share?
If I were a princess. Okay. Well, you know, I did some reading up on San Cristobal.
Really? I'm impressed.
Well, I wanted to make sure this is a place where I'd want my children to be raised, you know.
And, well, what did you conclude?
You're lacking a few things.
Really? Such as?
Well, a children's museum. I mean, the Springfield Children's Museum is Tammy's favorite place to go. It has tons of interactive educational activities. It's opened whole new worlds for Tammy.
Well, I'm sure it has, but, Cassie, you know, if we were to be married, your children wouldn't have to go to the Springfield Children's Museum to be exposed to such things. You know, they'd have the best tutors. They'd be traveling quite a bit, and they'd, you know...
What about the other children in San Cristobal who aren't so fortunate? I mean, I'm sorry, but in general, you lack free cultural and educational activities for children, and especially the poor children.
It's all right, so that concerns you as a mother.
Of course it does.
Okay, well, fine. As Princess of San Cristobal, you will create the first children's museum. How's that?
You have a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem. I think it's a wonderful idea. All right, so, children's museum. Anything else? If I am to be your husband, madame?
Your turn. What are your requirements, for a wife?
Well, it's quite simple, really. You'd just be required to, you know, attend various functions. You'd, you know, travel with me occasionally.
To make it look like the marriage is for real.
Right. Yes.
Anything else?
Well, you see, this does bring us to a matter of some delicacy. You know, I'm expected to provide an heir to the throne. And, well, this means that at some point, not right away, of course, that you and I would be expected to...
Make love?
I know that you had a very special relationship with Hart. The kind of love that only comes around, well, for most people once in a lifetime.
Like you have with Reva.
Yes, and no. You still love Hart, and, well, if by some miracle he was to walk through that door right now, you'd want to be with him.
What are you saying?
I'm just trying to say that I know you have deep feelings and you're a sensitive person, and the last thing I would want is for you to feel coerced into doing something and then hate me for it later.
I can never hate you. I mean, I know that, you know, everything you're doing is to save your country, and you've been nothing but a perfect gentleman about it. You have.
What?
No, it's just that, I was just thinking about this contract that you put together with Dax. You know, I just can imagine how everything was worded. Was I supposed to conceive by a certain
Cassie,
date?
please just forget about that bloody contract. We did away with the contract, remember? We agreed that for this to work, we would have to come to our own terms.
What feels right for both of us.
Right. So, you know, there's no time limit or pressure or anything like that. You just... When, you would tell me, you know, when you've felt comfortable. You know, comfortable enough to be with me. That's all. I can only imagine what must be going through your mind right now. What you must think of me. A man who could ask you to enter into such an arrangement. Just know that, well, Dax had announced that I was to take a bride.
I'm just wondering what you must be thinking about me. What kind of woman would agree to this? It must be someone who can shut off her feelings enough to get on stage and take off her clothes. That's probably the kind of woman who would agree to do something like this, right?
Cassie. not at all like that. It's not what I think. When I look at you, I see someone very...
So it's true. You asked Cassie to marry you. What are you doing here? What am I doing? I'm trying to save you from making the biggest mistake of your life, Cassie. How could you do this to her?
Well, I don't need saving from you or anybody else, okay?
What you're considering doing doesn't just affect you, it affects the entire family.
Including you.
Damn right, including me.
Actually, this has nothing to do with you, Reva.
Is that so? Then tell me you love her, Richard. Tell me you love her, and I'll go.
This is none of your business. This is between Cassie and me.
Well, if you're marrying her, you must love her, right?
Why are you doing this?
You don't love Cassie. And if you ever loved me, you'll do one last thing. You'll stop this madness, and you'll find yourself another bride. Your country needs a princess. But do you know what he's asking you to be? Cassie, you can't settle for that. A loveless, empty marriage. It'll suck the life and all the joy right out of you. And honey, you deserve so much more than that. So much more. You deserve to have the kind of love you had with heart. True love, not a lie.
You don't know what I want or what I need. This is my choice. It's my choice.